This video is going to go over some of the answers for an exercise on Khan Academy with the title Inscribed Angles. This exercise was assigned to you on the 4th week of distance learning. Let's read the problem. A circle is centered on point B, which is right here. Points A, C, and D lie on its circumference. A, C, and D lie on its circumference, meaning they are on the circle. If angle ABC measures 40 degrees, what does angle ADC measure? So first thing I want to do is I want to write down the given. We are given that angle ABC measures 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees right there. Now what I notice is that when I look at the legs of my angles, this central angle and this inscribed angle, what I can see is that their legs, or the end point of their legs, go to the same arc, which is arc AC or arc CA. Okay. What we know about inscribed angles is that whatever the measure of the arc is, the angle is going to be half that size. Now, since the central angle is 40 degrees, that means that this arc is going to be also 40 degrees. And since the yellow angle touches the 40-degree arc also, I'm going to take half of that to get this arc measure, which is going to be 40 divided by 2, which is 20 degrees. This angle is 20 degrees right here. And that is angle ADC. So ADC. Let's try something else. A circle is centered on point B. Points A, C, and D lie on its circumference. If angle ADC measures 20 degrees, what does ABC measure? So now we're doing the opposite. This is the given angle, and this is 20 degrees wide. Now, because this is an inscribed angle means that the vertex or the apex of the angle is on the circle. So that means it's inscribed. Because this is inscribed, what that is telling us is that this arc is going to be double of that measure. So what is 20 times 2? That's simply going to be 40 degrees. So this arc right here measures 40 degrees. Now the question is, what does angle ABC measure? ABC. The question is, how big is this angle? Now this angle is what we call a central angle because the vertex or the apex of this angle is in the center of the circle. What do we know about the measure of a central angle? We know that whatever the measure of this arc is, it's going to be exactly the same. So if the arc is 40, where its legs are touching, this angle is also going to be 40 degrees. All right, this is a little bit different, so let's go ahead and try that again. A circle is centered again on point B, and again, points A, C, and D are on its circumference. If angle ABC measures 70 degrees, so let's go ahead and label that. This is 70 degrees. What does angle ADC measure? So ADC. Now, at first glance, This problem might look a little bit different from what we've been doing, but really look closely. Look at angle ABC, which is given to us as 70 degrees. The first thing I notice here is that this is a central angle. The apex is in the center of the circle. Okay? That means that this arc will also be 70 degrees. Now, one thing I notice about arc AC is that that is also where the legs of this angle end up. So if this, let's try that again. If this arc AC is 70 degrees, then if we're talking about this inscribed angle, which ends up in the same place, all we gotta do is take half of that measure. So let's take half of 70. 70 divided by 2 is equal to 35. There you go. What I want you to take away from this, especially this last question, is that sometimes problems will look different, but you really just have to look at the details to see how you can apply what you already know to the same problem. Because sometimes the technique is just exactly the same.